In the intricate dance of love and relationships, one cannot ignore the shadowy aspects of human psychology that often come into play. Dark psychology tricks for love are like the hidden tools in a magician's arsenal, capable of influencing emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in ways we might not even be aware of. So in this video, we will discuss 10 dark psychology tricks you should be careful of. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never but miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulation trick where the person in front of you messes with your mind and your memories, creating self-doubt within you. They want you to perceive the situation exactly as they do, how you should see it, how you should feel. You start doing exactly that. Number 9. Fear-mongering. Fear-mongering is spreading fear among people to get your work done. This is a very common dark psychological trick that has been going on since Hitler's time, like how he used media and propaganda to make Jews the biggest threat to Germany, spread fear of Jews among people, and bring them under his control, and as he kept saying, people kept believing. Number 8. Love bombing. Love bombing is a trick used mostly in romantic relationships where one person starts showing so much love that he bombards the other person with affection through his words, gifts, and surprises, so much so that the recipient starts loving him too. And when he realizes that the victim is now under his control, he reduces the love bombing. This makes the other person yearn for the same level of affection as before. Number 7. Social proofing. Social proofing, the psychology of persuasion by Robert, tells us that when we're confused, we automatically look at our surroundings, people, celebrities, or influencers to decide what's right. Social proofing is a very common psychological trick where when you see people around you doing the same thing, you automatically start leaning towards those things. The trick that makes it dark is that people often try to create fake social proof. Number 6. Silent treatment. Silent treatment is also a very dark psychological hack that is entirely dependent on one line. Silence speaks louder than words. Sometimes not saying anything gets better results than saying something or doing some real-life things or drama. Because silence triggers multiple emotions in the other person, they get confused, start self-doubting, get angry, and at the same time, their attachment to you also increases. Using this in a relationship is very evil. Number 5. Guilt tripping. A guilt trip is when the other person repeatedly reminds you of some past mistake or mistake, making you feel guilty, putting you in a vulnerable state, and making you do what they want you to do. For example, your partner is convincing you to go somewhere, but you don't want to go there. Number 4. Forced teaming. Forced teaming is a manipulation tactic where the other person joins hands with you and you can't do anything. You could easily notice this in professional life. Your boss comes and gives a long speech about how our company is stuck in a big problem and brought an opportunity with it in which we are all together, right? Just as you say yes, your boss will say that's why we will all work together even this Sunday, no off. This way you become a victim of forced teaming. Number 3. Restriction of choices. Restriction of choices is a way to bring people's distance closer to your direction. It's not easy to work directly with people, but when you put limits on their choices, their decision-making power also becomes limited. For example, suppose you want your younger brother or sister to go study. If you start directly telling someone to sit down and study, they might resist. Number 2. Amplifying problems. Amplifying problems simply means creating confusion. Looking at two people arguing on the road over a scratch, you might think it's pointless. But when you're in that situation, you feel urgency and pressure, which puts you in a vulnerable state. Number 1. Slightly wrong information. Slightly wrong people hide things from you by not saying anything or by deflecting conversations. But when you say something different from what they're expecting, they feel a natural urge to correct you. For example, suppose your colleague has just resigned from their job. Now you want to know which company they've applied to. If you ask directly, they might not answer. So if you ask indirectly, I heard you're going out of India. No, not out of India. Will you work here? Where? Delhi? No, Bangalore. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you liked it. Your support helps me create more content. Leave a comment with your thoughts and suggestions. Thanks again. See you in the next video.